So the poem Sita refers to a woman who was abandoned, left alone by her husband in a forest. She was pregnant at the time and raised her two boys on her own, Love and Kush. With this poem that provides many images from the forest that Sita was abandoned in. So you can see the woman who is singing about Sita is a mother putting her three children to bed. The mother begins crying after telling the children the story about Sita, which makes her children begin to cry as well. So Torudat shows the mother's connection to Sita's unhappy life, her connection to her children, and how the story will continue to live on. So, the poem's first passage the stanza introduces to the readers to the mother who seems to have quite a connection to this woman. She begins to shed tears just as Sita did, causing her children to begin to cry because of the pain the story has caused their mother. At lines such as, "At every tear she sheds, tears from three pairs of young eyes fall amain," we see that the mother and the children have a strong connection. Her pain and tears are their pain and tears. The capital T in tears conveys a sense of rebirth. This shows that the story the mother has held on for so long is now passed down to her children. This brings us to the next few lines. It is an old story, and the lay which has evoked sad Sita from the past. This line shows us that the old story and the sad past of this woman has now come to life in the children's mind. They are now conscious of the story and it has now been reborn. The poem has a steady flow to it until the line is by a mother sung. "Tish, hushed at last." The long pause in the middle of the line creates a sense of mistreatment. Readers sense that this story is being sung by a mother who is possibly being treated unfairly or hushed by her own husband as well. Readers can relate this line to Sita's life being hushed by her husband. They can also read this line as a mother dealing with a husband who has silenced her in the past. In the last two lines, readers become aware that the image of the story has been melted away from the children's thoughts as they fall asleep. The line, "Yet shall they dream of it until the day," shows that the story made an impact on the children. That created a way to show readers that the story is something that will stick around forever. She sang a song that not only connected her to this woman but also connected to her children. So this particular poem called Sita tells you the story of the mother and the daughter. For example, we see Torudat as a poet. She writes the poem. Why did she write the poem, children? Because she was feeling lonely. She had a very beautiful family. She had a father, mother, and two siblings. Siblings means brother, sister. And slowly all passed away. Her brother passed away, her sister passed away, her mother passed away. Now she's all very lonely. Her father is busy in his work, I mean to say. The father is busy in his work and the father is continuously engaged in his life. So daughter is so lonely and she is remembering and remembering the past of her life. Okay, when she used to sleep with the mother and the mother used to narrate the beautiful story of Sita, and the mother cries, the daughter cries, the child, all of them, three of them cry, and the mother very beautifully narrate the scenery where Sita was living. She was living in an ashram where everything was very peace. Okay, so this poem is actually about remembering the past. I hope that you have understood this poem. Read the lines and that will help you to understand the poem better. So tomorrow I will explain you the Testament of a Walker. Tomorrow I'm going to explain you the Testament of a Walker, and day after tomorrow I'm going to explain you the Brook. Okay, and I'm also going to give you the question answers of all three of them. Virja already I have explained, so there is no need of explanation. Please try to understand the Sita poem through reading it and go into the depth. Understand how the poet have explained the scenery of the ashram where Valmiki Rishi is living. The poet anchorite is none other than Rishi Valmiki, under whose hermitage Sita was living. The beautiful forest, the tall trees, gigantic flowers, the creeper in the trees, swan gliding over the lake, all these things are very well explained in the poem. I hope that all of you will read the poem and understand it. So please view the two videos of mine and try to understand the poem Sita. Thank you so much.